All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something so many companies struggle with, how to take that complete mess of internal communications and turn it into one single powerful digital hub, one that your employees will actually want to use. So, does this sound familiar to you? You're digging through a shared drive that's just chaotic. Your email inbox is overflowing with all staff messages you don't need, and you're trying to remember, wait, do we use Slack for this, or is it Teams, or that other app? It is absolutely exhausting. The solution we're talking about here is what you might call a modern website for employees, or an intranet. But I want you to think of it less like an old, clunky website and more like your company's own private internal universe, one central spot for everything.
And this right here is the most important idea of all. Technology is just a tool, right? For it to actually work, it has to be built around the real everyday needs of your people. Because if it's not, let's be honest, it just becomes another expensive piece of software that nobody ever logs into.
So here's how we're going to break it down. We'll look at three main pillars that a great intranet is built on, quickly cover the essential tech that makes it all work, and then see what the real payoff is when you put people first. Okay, first up, Pillar 1, communication and connection. This is all about making it easy for people to interact and making sure everyone is aligned no matter where they're working from. This is how you finally escape the tyranny of the reply-all email chain. You get to swap that cluttered inbox for things like dynamic news feeds for important updates, instant messaging for those quick questions, and discussion forums where you can really hash out the big ideas. And don't sleep on staff profiles. They are so much more than just a digital business card. Suddenly, you can actually find that person who's an expert in the new software, or you can finally put a face to a name from another department. They really help build those human connections. All right, let's shift gears to our second pillar, productivity and knowledge. If the first pillar was the heart, this one is the engine. It's the part that really helps everyone get their job done smarter, not harder. We're talking about a whole suite of powerful tools here. I mean, imagine a single, central hub for every important document, a way to automate all those tedious requests, and dedicated workspaces for projects so everything your team needs for that big launch is right there exactly where it should be. Now this is a game changer. Having one and only one place for every official policy, procedure, and document. You know what that means? No more nightmares trying to figure out if you have final_v2 or final_v3_actually final. It saves a ton of time and cuts down on huge mistakes. And if you need an aha moment, here it is. Studies show that employees can spend up to 6 hours every single week just looking for information. Or even worse, redoing work that someone else has already done. That's a massive drain on productivity that a good intranet solves directly. So, this is absolutely critical. If your people can't find the information, it might as well not exist. The search function on your intranet has to be amazing. Think of it like having a private Google just for your company's knowledge. Without that, people just get frustrated and give up. Let's make this super clear. Think about requesting time off. The old way? Paper forms, waiting for signatures, stuff getting lost. The new way? A simple digital form, you can track it in real time and it's done. It's just faster, easier, and better for everybody. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, culture and experience. This is where we go beyond just getting work done. This is about creating a place where people genuinely feel connected, valued, and engaged. These are the features that build a great employee experience. You know, a smooth onboarding process for new hires, a way to publicly recognize great work, easy access to training courses, and yeah, even a little room for some fun and social connection. It all adds up. You know, employee recognition is a massive driver of retention, and the intranet is the perfect place for it. A simple hashtag shoutout channel or a highlight in the company newsfeed makes that appreciation visible to everyone, and it really boosts morale. And hey, don't underestimate the power of the fun stuff. A channel for sharing pet photos or talking about weekend plans. That's not trivial. It humanizes the workplace. It helps fight that feeling of isolation, which is so important, especially for remote and hybrid teams. Okay, obviously, none of this cool stuff happens without a solid technical foundation. So let's quickly hit the two absolute non-negotiables that make the whole thing run smoothly. First, for today's workforce, it has to work perfectly on a phone. That's not a nice to have, it's mission critical. And second, it has to play nicely with the tools your team already uses every single day, like Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace. It can't be just another silo. So let's wrap this all up and look at the real payoff when you take this kind of people-first approach. A truly great intranet isn't just one of these things. It's not just a communication tool or just a productivity tool. It's a careful, deliberate balance of all three of these pillars, all working in harmony to serve your people. So if you remember one thing, make it this. Stop thinking about your intranet as a digital filing cabinet.